skills, be the boss. No more time to feel lost. Lead the way every day. Find success, it's here to stay. Rise and shine, it's your time. Skill up, raise the climb. Navigate, innovate. It's your fate, don't be late. Get the skills, be the boss. No more time to feel lost. Lead the way every day. Find success, it's here to stay.
If you're a new manager or hoping to be a new manager, join us in our exploration into what managers need to know. This program will set you up for success by building your knowledge and confidence in the skills you need to be effective. Hello, and welcome to our third week and looking at what managers need to know about performance management. On the first week, we looked at a 6-step model that occurred throughout the year, where we are establishing job description, we're establishing performance standards, we are monitoring, we are taking action to reward or coach or discipline. So today, we are looking at standards. Let's get this going here. Here is our 6-step model, and you can see standards in the red or the purple. Qualitative and quantitative performance standards define the minimum level of acceptable performance for significant worker activities. And we can set this minimum level as high as is reasonable to expect that employees can perform at that level. We certainly don't want unreasonable performance expectations. And these standards must be specific, observable, measurable, realistic, documentable, and of course, job-related. Very often, performance standards, procedures, and protocols establish a minimum level of acceptable performance, which can be incorporated by reference. For example, attorneys must abide by the rules of evidence, and accountants must follow accepted accounting principles. On our second week, we looked at the key responsibilities for a trainer. And we said that one key responsibility was the development and delivery of training programs. Then we went further and clarified what that meant in terms of the worker activities. Conduct a needs assessment, establish training subject area priorities, perform research in the subject area, develop the training materials, schedule the training, deliver the training, evaluate the training, and revise the training if necessary. The most effective standards are those that focus on the worker activity or activities that, if measured, will also measure whether the remaining activities have been performed, because we don't want to have performance standards established for every worker activity under every key responsibility, particularly when there are probably 4 or 5 key responsibilities. That would be overwhelming. So in the example that we're using regarding the training position, it's possible to establish both qualitative and quantitative standards for worker activity 7, evaluate the training. Because If we can evaluate the training, that will indicate whether the other 6 worker activities have been accomplished. And let me remind you what those are. Conducting a needs assessment, establishing training subject area priorities, performing research in the subject area, developing the training materials. Whoops. I'm jumping ahead here. Where did they go? Schedule the training, deliver the training, evaluate the training, and revise the training if necessary. Because if we can evaluate the training, we know that all of the preceding activities have been accomplished. For example, a qualitative standard could be that the training, 1, the subject met the client's needs, the content was up to date, they developed the desired skills, and notice for the training was adequate. A quantitative standard might be that 85% of the respondents feel that the training fulfilled these 4 criteria. Another quantitative standard could establish the frequency with which the training should be provided and the number of subject areas in which the training courses should be offered. So we have quite a bit of flexibility. We have to just step back when we're establishing performance standards and figure out where can we focus in on and what's going to be most useful knowledge for us to check. But we want both qualitative and quantitative standards, because numerical standards, when we think about a training program, for example, that would be butts and seats, and that doesn't tell us anything about the quality of the training or the learning experience. Let's talk. If you would like help with performance management, designing job descriptions, identifying what the qualitative and quantitative performance standards should be, please schedule time to talk with me. There is the URL as well as the QR code. Next week, after we have looked at the 6-step module, we have established our key responsibilities and worker activities, which are the job description. We've established our performance standards, both qualitative and quantitative. We're now going to look at how do we stay on top of that? What is a user-friendly way for a manager and for the employee to monitor performance and then give feedback in a timely, constructive manner? So that's what we will look at next week. I want to thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you so much for coming and participating in our discussion of what managers need to know. You can find the videos of this and previous sessions on my YouTube channel or under events on my LinkedIn profile. I'll look forward to seeing you again next week.
Get the skills, be the boss. No more time to feel lost. Lead the way every day. Find success, it's here to stay. Get the skills, be the boss. No more time to feel lost. Lead the way every day. Find success, it's here to stay. It's here to stay. Oh, it's here to stay. It's here to stay. Yeah. Get the skills, be the boss. No more time to feel lost.